What is up, you guys? This is Colton. This is my mini account. I haven't done a video on my mini account in a while, so I thought I'd update you guys with what I'm doing right now. What I did for a long time is I upgraded my giant. I upgraded my giant, and I upgraded my giant, and that's all I've done. So, if you look at my account, I have a max giant, and recently I managed to get to 4138. I'm still level 10, so I'm going up against a lot of level 12s, even where I am. I haven't really pushed any higher than this. Definitely at a personal best right now. But I thought I'd share my deck that I'm using right now, because I haven't seen one like it. Because not many people overlevel a giant, but I thought on YouTube there should be a deck purely for a giant cycle deck. I have one high level card here. As you can see, my giant is maxed. My Inferno is only level 1. I have level 7 pump, which is fairly sad. And my commons are all level 10, and I have level 3 rage. But what I want to do is I want to show some replays with you guys. Let's go right here. And I'll kind of explain what my thought process is here. Gerald Sick from Royal Knights here, and that I'm facing. So I played around with decks for a long time before I came up with this. I was having a really hard time getting rid of tanks. And I had a level 1 Inferno Dragon. I thought it was going to be garbage, but it actually works really well. You know, he raged and poisoned and did Golem there, and he did not get that much damage. He took out my pump. But I think considering all the elixir he spent, I'm a few elixir up here. I'm able to put down my knight to stop the bandit. And what I like to do is I like to put my bats and rage behind the giant. And the nice thing is there's bats that are zappable and the Inferno zappable. So a lot of the time on a tank or something, I'll put the bats defensively. And then if they zap them, I have my Inferno right after, if it's in cycle, to take out the tank. And it's worked pretty darn good. But definitely with this deck, you want the elixir advantage. So you have elixir flowing, so you can keep pressuring them with the giant, and they have a hard time taking that out. So I push hard on the left side here. I do put down a knight defensively there, and I get ahead a little bit here, just because the maxed out giant for a level 10 is a little ridiculous. But I'm definitely having fun on this account. My other account, I did manage to get to 5,500 for the season. I think I'm done there. So I'm playing around on my mini account right now just to see what I can do. But yeah, I definitely don't know. This is kind of almost like a troll deck. I can really only get so high with it. I'm working on leveling up another deck. I've been requesting bowler on that account. So I'm working with a giant bowler deck I faced on my main. That's actually with graveyard as well, because my graveyard is a pretty good level. It just hit level 3. I haven't really used it yet on this account. But that was my goal, is giant graveyard long term for this deck. So I found a deck I faced that was a little under leveled that did really good against me. So I thought I'd give it a try. But you can kind of see what my process is. I'll show a few replays with you guys, just so you can get a general idea of what I'm doing. He pumped up there. It was a bad time. We're going into overtime, and I have giant, like, that was just a silly move to pump up at that time. But so that replay is done. Show you the next one. Gordhino Clash. Alright, I got a few replays I want to show to you guys, so I'm just going to do it a little bit faster. I might have a hard time explaining what's going on, but basically you're trying to get a pump advantage and defend as best you can. I have my bats, they get zapped, I put my Inferno. So The giant still does get a few swings, but now I can do my giant, I can do my Inferno Dragon, I have my Ice Spirit to reset things, and I'm able to do quite a bit of work with my Inferno Dragon there, because he had already used his zap and it was out of cycle. So I'm able to take his tower down, and I have a pump. And I don't think it happens in any of these replays, but what I do a lot of the time, sometimes when I can get 2 pumps down, I rage them with the towers, or with one of the towers, so I can get my raged pumps going, get a huge elixir advantage, and then I just decimate them when I can get that happening, because they just can't defend all that elixir. So I'm clearly ahead right now. Things are going pretty darn good. My Inferno Dragon, I have my Knight to tank the shots from the Mega Minion. So things are going good. Now I can just pressure with all these giants because I have the elixir advantage. I can just keep dropping giants, and he can drop an Inferno Tower, whatever the heck he wants, but I have too many troops down. He just can't do anything about it, and I almost get the 3 crown. So that was a good battle. I like it. Good job. So this deck works really good if you have a maxed out giant. I almost want to try it on my main account just to see what would happen, but I don't think it would work as good. But maybe I will try it just for fun one day, maybe early in a season, just to see how well it works. So we're both pumping up. I'm going to go 2 times, sorry, I forgot to do that here. And this is some Asian guy. Alright, so I want to say that was a really bad move. He zapped my Ice Spirit, which makes no sense, and then I have Bats and Inferno Dragon doing work. So I'm able to get a lot of tower damage there. And he hasn't answered my pump yet either. And he's leaking a lot of elixir there. He does Golem at the back. I have to do a giant on the other side, so he spends elixir, and then I can use my Inferno Dragon on his Golem. So even if he zaps it, I'm still able to take it out eventually, and then I got my Bats for the Inferno Dragon on the other side. He does get quite a bit of damage here, but I did take down the other tower quite a bit, so it was definitely worth it, because if he just got one huge push, he would probably just be able to decimate my whole tower. So he's going very aggressive here, going for the 3 crown, but I'm going to go super aggressive here too, because there's only 30 seconds left. I got 2 giants down, I got a lot of cards down, so I decided at this point, let's just keep dropping, spamming crap, and raging it, and it works. Takes out the tower, and I get the 3 crown. So that was that. Oh no, which Asian guy was it? It was probably the first one. Alright, another Asian guy. I don't do this one quite as good. I guess I do okay. He starts out quite aggressively with the miner. So I want to play the pump, so I play it in the opposite corner, but he has the rocket, which is going to be a bad time for me, because it makes it really hard to get the elixir advantage when they have the rocket. I do a bad trade-off here. We kind of placed it at the same time. I wouldn't have done it on the opposite side if I didn't necessarily need to, because he has the advantage now. I don't have an elixir advantage, and he's actually winning in tower damage. But now I know what he has, so I can place the Golem. I can place my Bats even to take that out pretty good. But he does get a couple shots. So at this point, I'm thinking I'm pretty darn screwed. It's not looking too good for Colton, or Colton's mini account here. So you look at this, I'm kind of like totally screwed. So what I do is I do what I have done the whole time. I do my giant. I get a little bit of damage on that tower. There's only 36 seconds left, and I'm way behind. So I do it again. And my Ice Spirit lands on the 3 goblins in the front, which is perfect. So my zap will take out Goblin Game. I'm able to take that tower. I'm able to do my giant. I'm able to do the Bats. I'm able to do Ice Spirit. And I just am able to take that out before he is able to. So I guess I got one more for you guys. As you can see, he's level 12, I'm level 10, so I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage there because all I got is my giant, but that's all you need. A lot of my other cards I chose are not level dependent. Zap a little bit, but the rest, Knight, you don't need that powerful of Knight. You don't need that powerful of Ice Spirit. Bats are zappable anyway. Inferno Dragon, no matter what level, does intense damage. So that's why I think this deck works. So he does have a pretty powerful fireball there, so I'm not able to get a full advantage that I wanted to. So I put the bats, knowing if he zaps them, he can kind of screw me over, but he has a different approach. I put my Inferno Dragon on the giant, and then I do an Ice Spirit to help take out that guy. I place a giant just so he has to do something with my Inferno Dragon there, so I throw bats behind too. He does a tornado, not at the best location, so I am able to get quite a bit of damage here. I'm actually able to take out that first tower. So this guy's actually really nice about it. I don't think he BMs me the whole time. He's just, I don't know, maybe he's impressed. So I did the same thing. Knight and Ice Spirit. The hog is going to get a few swings, but I have a pump down. So I'll take that, because he really wants to take out that tower, so he's probably not going to want to spend the elixir to stop my pump, because he just wants to save all that elixir for a push to take my tower. But I'm going to pressure him on the other side, so he has to do something here. I kind of just let it do its damage. I don't know if it's going to get a lot of damage or if it's just going to get a little bit of damage, but that's pretty good. Takes out like half the tower there. And I'm at a point here where I'm kind of screwed. I leak a lot of elixir trying to make a decision, which was a bad idea. He actually has a really good tornado, which takes my Inferno completely away from the giant. So he's able to get a lot of damage here. I believe he takes my tower and everything. And a very unfortunate placement for my bats, because he's able to take out the rest of my pump and my bats. So that was kind of a bad play, but this is a very spammy deck. As long as you have your bats and your Inferno Dragon, if you're using them on the right things, this makes sense. So I zapped there just so I'd get another swing off with my giant. And now I have my Knight, I have my Ice Spirit, I have bats which disintegrate, but then I have my zap as well. So he's not able to take out another tower, so it turned out pretty good. And that got me where I am right now. So anyone that has an overleveled giant, this is a great deck. Because as you can see, the rest of my cards are really bad levels. And I'm like 4150 or something right now. So I'm pretty happy with that. I haven't really tried pushing farther, but considering I'm going up against guys a couple levels higher than me, I think that's kind of where I'm probably going to stop on ladder for the season. I'd like to try to push to 4,300, but I really just don't think I can do it. But it's a fun deck. It's really trolly, but I really like it, and I hope you guys like this video. And let me know in the comments if you think I should do more videos on my mini account or just focus on my my main account. The other thing I want to do is I just want to show you, this is the deck that I'm planning on upgrading. I've been leveling up my Fireball. That's what I've been requesting, and on Sundays I've been leveling up my Bowler. So I'm pretty happy with that. They're getting up there, and my graveyard's pretty high, so I will switch to this deck eventually and try to learn how to use it. But for now, I'm having really fun using the other deck. So hope you guys like this video, and take care, guys. Clash on. All right, see ya.